Leon "Babe" Alsworth flew his own plane north from Minnesota to Alaska with his brother Lloyd, arriving in Fairbanks, Alaska on New Year's Day in 1939.
Because of the need up here for pilots, I rode up to the Chamber of Commerce in Anchorage there, and they wrote back and said if I had a commercial pilot license and could stay sober, that I wouldn't have any problem.
Babe Alsworth started his career as a pilot in the interior of Alaska, but soon started flying to the Bristol Bay area. Babe was one of the first pioneer pilots to make flights into the Bristol Bay area for the fishing industry, starting up first Bristol Bay Airways, then working for Naknek Airways. His efforts in finding new routes are currently used today by the pilots of Lake Clark Air Service. On August 9, 1944, Alsworth taxied his small float plane up to the shore of Hardenberg Bay on Lake Clark with his newly wedded wife Mary and made it their home. Babe and Mary raised Margaret, Sis, Leon, B., John, and Glenn at the Farm Lodge at Port Alsworth. Babe and Mary became famous for their hospitality. Soon Hardenberg Bay was known as Port Alsworth. Stranded travelers often sought out their home, knowing there would be a warm bed and Mary's sourdough pancakes to keep them comfortable in stormy weather. Babe flew hundreds of fishermen, hunters, and photographers into the Lake Clark area. Former Governor Jay Hammond referred to Babe as the founder of Port Alsworth and the patriarch of Lake Clark. Well-known wilderness preservationist and photographer Dick Prenneke, who wrote and filmed his lifestyle, included the Alsworths in his diaries. Alsworth ferried Prenneke to and from his cabin and delivered supplies to his retreat at Twin Lakes. Now, decades later, after Babe and Mary homesteaded Lake Clark, the location for the Farm Lodge and Lake Clark Air, it's still easy to see why they were drawn to this breathtaking piece of Alaska. Since then, the family has offered deluxe sightseeing, wildlife viewing, fishing, and photography-oriented trips in Southwest Alaska, hoping to share some of the untamed beauty and unforgettable experiences that brought Babe and Mary to Lake Clark so many years ago. Alsworth accumulated 40,000 flight hours, equivalent of 5 years in the air, of piloting in Alaska over 50 years with no accidents. Known as a great pilot, good instructor, never panicking while aloft, Babe appreciated the freedom of flight and the freedoms of the Alaska lifestyle. The Alaska Aviation Museum greatly appreciates the tremendous contribution Leon "Babe" Alsworth has given to Alaska's aviation development and welcomes him into the Alaska Aviation Hall of Fame.